A very good morning to all of you children. Today we are going to continue with The Tempest, Act 2, Scene 1, and we'll continue from where we had left in the last turn. So all of you open your books to Act 2, Scene 1. Act 2, Scene 1. We had done up till Antonio's speech, where Antonio was telling Sebastian that there is an opportunity which lies in front of Sebastian. That is, if he grasps that opportunity, then obviously he will have good fortunes. Otherwise, good fortunes might not visit Sebastian. Then Sebastian says, Prithee, say no, the setting of thine eyes and cheek proclaim a matter from thee and a birth indeed, which there was thee much to yield. Now Sebastian is saying, pray thee, go on pray. I pray to you, I request you that you should go on speaking. Your eyes fixed and pallor on your cheek, tell me that you wish to speak out something of importance. A matter from thee and a birth indeed. A birth indeed means the expression, your facial expression is giving me the evidence that whatever you are going to speak, it is going to be of much interest. And then he says something which causes you severe pain to deliver. But whatever you are going to speak, I think it is going to cause, I think you are taking too much pain. I think you are making too much efforts to speak whatever you intend to say. But since I can make out from your facial expression and your cheeks that whatever you wish to speak, whatever your intentions are, whatever your intentions are behind speaking, I think they are the thing that you are going to speak, the talk that you are going to do holds much importance. So I request you to speak. Antonio says, thus, sirs, although this lord of weak remembrance, this who shall be of little memory, when he is earth, hath here almost persuaded, for he is a spirit of persuasion only, professes to persuade the king his sons alive, this as impossible that he is undrowned, as he that sleeps here swims. First, so Antonio says that the matter, that whatever you are saying, that the matter is important, it is actually important. And this lord means, this lord over here means Gonzalo, right? This lord over here means Gonzalo. Although this lord of weak remembrance means of weak, unstable memory, of weak or unstable memory, who shall be of as a little memory, where he is earth, where he is buried. But Antonio is saying that just as his memory is very little, once he is no more, people will forget even the place where he will be buried, where he will be buried inside the ground. And he says, hath here almost persuaded, for he is a spirit of persuasion. Now Antonio is saying that he has almost persuaded the king, he has almost influenced the king, because he is such a spirit, he is such a human being who is always ready to influence, who is always ready to persuade someone, professes to persuade, and it is his profession to persuade others. It is a part of his profession, it is a part of his personality to persuade others, to influence others. The king, his sons alive, and he has almost persuaded, he has almost influenced the king with his thought that king's son, that is Ferdinand, is still alive. This as impossible that he is undrowned. But I think it is impossible to say that he is alive, and I think he is drowned, because it is impossible to say, it is impossible to predict and say that he is undrowned. And according to my opinion, he is drowned in the sea. He is drowned in the sea storm. as he that sleep here swims. Yet it is impossible for the prince not to be drowned as a sleeping man to swim. It is just as impossible, just as a sleeping man cannot swim. Similarly, similarly in a similar manner, it is impossible for a man, for Ferdinand to have escaped the sea storm. And I assume that he is drowned. He is lost in the sea storm. Sebastian, I have no hope that he is undrowned. Sebastian is saying, though Gonzalo insisted on the fact that he is still alive, though Gonzalo insisted on the fact that Ferdinand is still alive, but Sebastian says that I am very much convinced that he is drowned. I am not saying that he is undrowned. Antonio, out of hope, no hope. What great hope have you? Now, now Antonio is saying, out of hope, if you have hope, then also you should show no hope at all. You should show no signs at all. Even if you are hopeful that Ferdinand might be alive, then also you should show no signs at all that Ferdinand is still alive. Instead, you should say that Ferdinand is not, you should assume that Ferdinand is not alive. What great hope have you? No hope that way, in another way so high, a hope that even ambition can pierce a wink beyond. But without discovery there, will you grant with me the Ferdinand is drowned? He is saying that if you really hope of King's son being saved from drowning, what a hope rises for you from that despair. If he is saying that, if Antonio is saying that if you are hopeful that the king's son is still alive, that Ferdinand is still alive, then I think then it is of it. I think whatever hope you are putting forward, it is useless for you. You are not going to be benefited from that in any manner. From the hopelessness, such a high hope that if you are hopeless that he is alive, if you don't have any hope that he is alive, then you are giving rise to hope. Now this is a plan that actually Antonio is hatching against Alonso and Gonzalo, and he is saying that with hopelessness there will be hope for you. That is, will you agree to, and if you become ambitious enough with the hopelessness, if you become ambitious enough, that will benefit you, that will give you profit. Will you agree with me that Ferdinand is drowned in the sea? Will you agree, will you confess, will you agree upon what I say, that Ferdinand is drowned in the sea? Sebastian, he is gone. Sebastian is saying that he is gone, he has perished, he is drowned. Antonio, then tell me, what is the next heir of Naples? Antonio is saying, then if you are saying that he is drowned, he is lost in the sea, then I am asking you that you should tell me that who is the next heir of Naples, who is going to be the next successor of the king of Naples. Sebastian, Claribel. Sebastian is saying Claribel, of course Claribel, King Alonso's daughter. Claribel is going to be the next heir of Naples. Antonio, she that is queen of Tunis. You are saying that Claribel is going to be the next heir of Naples. Claribel, that Claribel who is the queen of Tunis. She that dwells 10 leagues beyond man's life. She that dwells too far away from this place, Africa. She that lives too far away from the more than 10 miles away from Africa. You think that that she is going to be the next heir of Naples. She that from Naples can have no note unless the sun was post. Now he is saying, now Antonio is making Sebastian realize that Claribel can have no clue, she can have no information even about Naples if she is in Tunis. Until the sunset, people will take much time to reach from Tunis to Naples, and from Naples to Tunis, so she will have no information, and it will take too long to pass on the information to Claribel because she is too far away. The man, I, the moon too slow, till newborn chins be raw and razorable. Now he is saying that the information will reach to Claribel only when his sons, when she gives birth to sons, and when her sons are grown up enough. When they grow up, then only she can have fair bit of knowledge. Then only she can come back to Tunis, and it will take her much time to come back to come back to Naples. She from whom we all were sea swallowed, though some cast again, and by that destiny to perform an act, whereof what a past is prologue, what to come in yours and my discharge. Now he is saying, Antonio is saying that you assume that she is going to be the successor of King. She is going to be the successor of King Alonso. She on whose marriage we had gone, and we were literally drowned in the sea, and because of some good fortune, because of some good destiny, we are saved. And now the fortune lies in front of you to take advantage of the opportunity that lies in front of you. And it was because of destiny, it was because of fate, because of good fortune, because of destiny, that we were saved, and we have come to this. And now there is some duty that we have to do. We are given some good fortune that we have to perform. Sebastian, what stuff is this? How say you? Sebastian says, what nonsense you are saying. What are you intending to say? This true, my brother's daughter, Queen of Tunis. She is heir of Naples. Twist which regions? There is some space. Now Sebastian is getting angry at Antonio, and he is saying that what do you want to say? What do you intend to say? How dare you say so? My brother's daughter is indeed Queen of Tunis, and she is also the next successor of King of Naples, that is King Alonso. She is the next successor to King Alonso as well. And of course, between these two regions, there is a good amount of distance. There is fair bit of distance between these two regions, but still she is She is the next successor of King of Naples. Antonio, a space whose every cubit. Write down the meaning of the word cubit. Inch of a space. A space, he is talking about the earth, and he is saying the earth whose every part of the land seems to cry out, seems to scream, how shall that Claribel measure us back to Naples? Keep in Tunis and let Sebastian break. Now write down the meaning first. Write down the meaning of the word keep. Keep means let her be. Now Antonio is telling Sebastian that every inch of this earth, every inch of this land is shouting, is screaming, and it's saying that how is it possible for Claribel to communicate between Tunis and Africa, since both the places